Hey guys, it's Vicky Magic here from Course Creation 101. So I am specializing in coaching people to put their courses together. The thing that I know for sure through having done this myself was that I really did struggle with all of the questions that I needed answered about putting my course together. So over the last 12 months, I have done it all, and I've done all the research and I've done all the work so that you don't have to do all of that. And what I want to do as a coach who's been coaching people for over 10 years, as a journalist and magazine owner for more than 10 years, content is the thing that I love helping people create. And the truth is that we all have something within us that we really want to share with the world. I truly believe that. I believe that we all have something that we want to share with the world. And so for you, maybe you want to share what you have with the world through creating an online course. The thing that's happening, which is really exciting at the moment, is the online course world is about to double in size. So at the moment, the size of the online course world is a massive 1.87 billion. And that is growing by 2025 to a massive 3.19 billion. So if you have something that you know is gold and that you really want to and need to share with the world, then now is the time to get it done. And so I want to help you get that done. So in this little Facebook Live today, I'm going to give you some tips that I wish I'd had that would have really helped me to get my online course out there quicker. So tip number one is the exact perfect sweet spot in the length of your course. So I believe, after lots and lots and lots of research, that it's really important that your course isn't too short, because people don't see enough value if it's too short. But it's also really important that your course isn't too long, because if it's too long, people will lose interest in getting it done. So it is important that you get that sweet spot. So I want to share with you that the research that I found about this is that sweet spot is around about 6 weeks. So they need to start and finish that whole course within a 6-week period. And in the 6 weeks, then they feel that they've got the value, and they also don't feel that it's taken them too long. So my recommendation is that you drip feed every week, and that new content becomes available every Monday. So what's the content? How many modules, how many lessons? So that's my tip number 2. So tip number 2 is, how many modules should I have in my course? And I believe that the perfect number of modules is 6 or 7. So 5, 6 or 7, so that it actually can be done within that 6-week or 7-week or 5-week period. So I said that the perfect is 6 weeks, but it could be 5 weeks, 6 weeks, or 7 weeks. So there is that kind of window that you can stretch that out. So depending on how many weeks is how many modules. So if you have 5 modules, then your course is 5 weeks. If you have 6 modules, your course is 6 weeks. And if you have 7 modules, then your course is 7 weeks. And that's how you work it out. It's quite simple. So within that, how many modules, how many lessons do you have in each module? So again, the research that I did and what I have done in my course is I have put 5 to 6 lessons in each of those modules. And the reasoning behind that is how many days are in the week, because you don't want people doing, or having to do a lesson every day. They need to at least have a day off, maybe 2 days off. So that's why I say between 5 and 6 lessons in each of the modules. So if you do 5 lessons, then they can do it, on the weekdays, or at least they can have 5 days off. So that's number 2. How many modules, how many lessons? So the third tip that I want to share with you is how long should each of my lessons within each of the modules be? So it is important, once again, that the lessons are not too long, because if they're too long, again, people will just feel that it's dragging out. People will just feel there's too much work for them to do to complete your course. And you want them to complete your course. That is a really important part of the course. You want to make sure that they complete it so they get that satisfaction of completing the whole thing. And if they complete that, then they'll want to come back and look at your other courses and then complete those too. So it is really important that you find that sweet spot, that you find that exact number of modules, exact number of lessons, and the length of time of each of those lessons. So I have found that the length of time that you want to put into each of the lessons is only around 5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, sorry. No more than 10, but on average, around about 7 minutes, but no more than 10 and no less than 5. Because if it's less than 5, they kind of think, oh, is that it? Is it all done today? I've finished. And so it's a good idea to make sure that they're over 5 and under 10. Then another little tip, and this is your bonus tip for today. So I told you I'd give you 3. I'm going to give you 4. So the fourth one, the bonus one, is at the end of each of those modules to put an exercise, to put a little quiz or a little exercise so that they can actually download that exercise or that quiz, go through it, answer some questions so that they can make sure that they have taken in all of the content of that prior module. So one exercise or quiz at the end of each module only. So you don't want too many exercises, too many quizzes, because then once again, they feel overwhelmed. We don't want our end user to be feeling in any way overwhelmed. We want them to think, wow, this is amazing. This is great. I love this content and that I'm getting through it really easily. And that it's easy to get done. So they are my tips for today's Facebook Live. I'm going to share some more tips with you on online course creation next week. But in the meantime, what I want to say to you is play full out. Focus your attention towards what matters, because life matters, business matters. But more than that, you matter. Vicky Magic signing off from Matters Coaching, Matters Magazine, Matters Online Courses, and You Matter Retreats.